Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with another match of Angelic Accord. We are on the play. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is a decent hand. This is a very good hand, actually, as it has Sorin and Serra Avenger, plus ways to draw a card and gain 5 life off the Serra Avenger, plus get the 4th land that we need off the Traveler's Amulet. So we'll go ahead and throw out the Amulet first off, and we'll use it to go get a land the next turn. And again, Serra Avenger we can't cast till 4th turn, so we don't care about the double white until then. And it looks like a red deck. I'm liking to see that is not going to be a control deck. And I think this deck does very well against aggressive decks. So go ahead and throw this out, thin out our library. I'm going to grab another black source here and pass the turn to him. Again, I cannot... Oops, I should have played that Scroll of Avacyn there. Again, I can't play the Serra Avenger even next turn. Ooh, well, I spoke too soon. It could be a control deck. Young Pyromancer. All right, so this turn we will throw out the Scroll of Avacyn, and I don't think that I'll actually even crack it. Well, next turn I kind of want to play the Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, over the Serra Avenger, but I think Serra Avenger is the right way to go. Well, he probably... Ugh. Anyway that I'm looking at some aggressive plays on Young Pyromancer. Hopefully he doesn't have any sort of negates or whatnot. This could be just one of those tempo control decks. It looks like he's just going to actually just cast something here. A Skullcrack. Woo! Glad that was right now. And then he's going to get in for 2 here. So I think Sorin is actually the right play, as if nothing else, it absorbs damage. Especially if he missed a land drop here. He did. So we are going to go ahead and throw out Mr. Sorin. Or, you know what? This might just seal the deal here where we can gain 5 life right off the bat. Put us back up to a 20. Yeah, and it gives us a blocker. And something that can be aggressive. So I'm okay with the Serra Avenger play here. And it seems like our opponent getting stuck on 2 land is really going to be the difference of a win or a loss here. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough mana to really... Ooh, Searing Spear, though. Maybe I spoke too soon. But I get Lingering Souls, unless he's playing as a Staticaster or something like this. But again, I just think that the right move here is to chuck out... Well, maybe it is Lingering Souls and a Serra Avenger. I'm going to check out a Serra Avenger and a Lingering Souls. And another main-boarded Skullcrack. I don't know. These players are interesting choices. I guess it's just going to be tons and tons of burn with Young Pyromancer in his deck. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the blue is in here for. Maybe cards like Unsummon. Or maybe it's like a Nivix Cyclops deck. Or even a Gutter Snipe, and then you have cards like Think Twice and Desperate Ravings. Looks like this is going to be Speared. Nope, another Young Pyromancer. And now he can't really attack in. So this is great. We can actually Sorin, and I might end up just -2ing him and then swing in for 2, 4, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely going to throw out a dude. But the good thing is we can actually Scroll of Avacyn and draw a card and gain 5 life again. So put out a dude and throw out a Scroll of Avacyn. And again, we will gain the 5 life, go up to 22. And I will go ahead and swing in. And we draw an Angelic Accord, which is really cool because you have the Bubbling Cauldron. So he's going to have to find an answer. He's going to want to try to attack Sorin down. But again, if Sorin's going to be absorbing some major life here, and even if you have a Searing Spear for the Serra Avenger, he's still going to have to deal with a vampire that can kill a Young Pyromancer. So Think Twice, yep, it's going to be, that's what the blue's in here first, probably Desperate Ravings and Think Twice. And I'm assuming Gutter Snipe is in here too. And possibly even Hellrider. We could see a Hellrider come down. So I'm actually going to block here. I'm just going to let the other one go through. Well, he could have a... No, he couldn't. He could have a pillar that could take him down. But And he could have a pillar that could kill my Serra Avenger. But I'm okay with a losing a token and just a damage on Sorin. Again, this most likely is going to get pillared off. Yeah, all right. Double Pyromancer, pretty brutal. And we're one short is the issue with the Bubbling Cauldron Angelic Accord combination. So I think that it's going to be Angelic Accord and actually Lingering Souls. So I could just go a negative here and attack in and just try to beat him down with these spirit tokens. I am facing quite a bit of damage if he does have a Lingering Souls. So do we go for a chump blocker here? I think I'm going to, and force him to attack into Sorin. So I'm going to put out a 1/1, throw out an Angelic Accord, and flashback a Lingering Souls. So he's down to 13. We've got multiple ways to actually trigger off this Angelic Accord here. Hellrider would be, a land Hellrider would be very, very problematic. He's got so many 1/1s. These young Pyromancers are very good, and the triple blue won't do it. 22 life still a very healthy life. We got to figure out a ways to get off a Bubbling Cauldron. I guess we have double Bubbling Cauldrons and 2 activations, yes, so we're going to be able to get a 4/4 per turn on his turn and on my turn. So 3 at Sorin. I'm just going to let it all. Let's see if a pillar finishes him off. Either way, I'm going to let it go through. And Tauren. Now it definitely is getting scary. Alrighty. And there's a trading post, but I think it still would be Bubbling Cauldron, Bubbling Cauldron. Or we could activate a vault. No, the activation of vault is definitely not it. Oh man, is he 3 tokens per huge battle him is very scary for something like an epic experiment. So we're going to sacrifice one of our spirit tokens here, and we'll sacrifice a vampire after it blocks on the following turn. But this will give us a 4/4, and even a 4/4 is going to be hard for Talon tokens to deal with. So he doesn't attack in. That is very interesting. I wonder if he's got a skull crack up. And it does look like indeed he does have a skull crack. Yep. So he gets a 2/2, a 1/1, and he's able, with the skull crack, he's able to kill off Sorin as well. Alrighty. But we can actually activate and have a Bubbling Cauldron up. I don't think I need the trading post at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and tack in with everything. Give him Death Touch and Lifelink. This will give me a pretty good amount of life here. Do 3 damage to him. Get rid of a Drake token. Get rid of some elemental tokens. And he's got to keep up here with the... So I'm going to make him use the Skullcrack if he has it right now. Nope, I do gain 4 life. And so he's got to put out a ton of Spirit tokens here. Or Talon tokens here. But again, he could always combo off with this amount of tokens that he has. I'm really digging this deck. So flashing back to think twice. And that only puts 1 2/2 in the way. And I'm not going to block anything here. I'm just going to allow him to do all the damage. I'm not going to get baited into a pillar here. I'm at 39 life. And not at all in any trouble. And now he's got to find an answer for all of these guys. And this Angelic Accord is really going to do it. Yep, okay. So he scoops here. So Terminus isn't that bad of a card versus him. Tribute to Hunger is not good, but Terminus can get rid of all of those tokens. And other than that, Bloodbearer and Vizkopa again seems too slow. I'm taking out this combo a lot. It is only good versus control to be able to throw down a Vizkopa Guildmage and a Sanguine Bond. Other than that, I don't think anything else comes in. I think this is the best we can do against him. So I'm going to submit this away. I don't think we need Rhox. Well, he is quite a burn deck. Maybe Rhox Faithmenders are... I mean, the Serra Avengers are just great, though. So maybe Rhox Faithmenders are better than, like, a Exquisite Blood? Or a 1 of Bubbling Cauldron? I'm going to take out a 1 of Bubbling Cauldron. I'm going to keep in a 1 of Rhox Faithmender. And call that good. With the Traveler's Amulet, I am going to keep this and a way to cantrip. All we do need is that other white source, and we can have a 4th and a 5th turn, if nothing else, for the Serra Avenger. So I think this is a decent keep on a 1-land hand. And a second turn young Pyromancer again. That's definitely going to be problematic. And we got our planes anyway. So we'll go ahead and sack this, go get a Swamp, and play this Avacyn, Scroll of Avacyn. And now we have Lingering Souls, we have for next turn, and then from then on out we got Serra Avenger, Serra Avenger. So this should be very good. I might actually just go for the beatdown, throw Sorin out, and just start chucking out his Anthem abilities, and he might not be able to deal with it. And it looks like he might have missed a land drop again. See if you get a Goblin Electromancer. That's going to be really, really good. So I'm going to throw out a Swamp. And I am going to Lingering Souls here. as I will make this trade. If he attacks me as a Goblin Electromancer, I'll block. If he attacks me with this is Young Pyromancer, same thing. This can get really crazy right now with Desperate Ravings and whatnot. I've got to think Battle Hymn Burn at the Stake is in his deck. I usually when I go that combo, I think you've all seen my Burn of the Stake combo. I don't like to have like Searing Spears and Pillars and whatnot in the main board, and especially not stuff like Skullcrack, because it really slows down the deck. Ooh, there's a good one. Is a Staticaster is going to be a problem. A very big problem. But this is going to allow me to actually to Serra Avenger, draw a card, gain life here next turn. And then he's got to have an answer, of course, for the Serra Avenger. So we will do that. And this will gain us 5 life. Plus we got 3/3 on board. So pretty good. I mean, he's had a very, very good hand, though. Traveler's Amulet. Next turn we got the Angelic Accord. We have no way to actually use it, though. But eventually we will draw into like a Bubbling Cauldron or Trading Post. So Sorin definitely is dead now versus his Staticaster. Uh-oh. Now this is getting really scary. Come on, Terminus. He's got the Searing Spear for the Serra Avenger. Now taking 4 here. Down to a 13. There's the Bubbling Cauldron. It will come out if I don't go for... I'm going to definitely have to throw this Traveler's Amulet, get another black, play it, play a Serra Avenger, play a Bubbling Cauldron, and hopefully be okay. And whatever he's going for it. So it could be a Hellrider. Turn and burn. Okay. And I don't know why he did it that way. He could have done 2 more damage to me by then just activating this Staticaster. But this is looking very bad for me. I don't think there's a way I can actually come out of this. The only way that I could is going to be Sorin. And +1 it. Put out a token. And immediately when he tries to kill it, then I sack it, but I still take more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is game anyway. All right, so hopefully he won't have this nutty of a draw. Maybe the Lingering Souls just completely go out if I know he's got his Staticasters, and we bring in the Rhox Faithmenders, and that's a lot better versus his setup. And we'll bring back in the Bubbling Cauldron. Other than we don't have a lot of ways to deal with it. Maybe Tide Drinker's horrible. Vizkopa Guildmage is okay. Blood Baron is too slow. So I'm going to submit it like this. Just get rid of Lingering Souls. Now he's got some dead cards. Yes, I'd like to play first. This is okay because we can ramp up to a Terminus that can really just shut him down. Well, not really ramp up, but we have most of the lands for it. We got the Trading Post, which I think is pretty good too. I am going to sack this right now to try to get more information. Another Trading Post. That is not good. We do need to find another white for the Terminus. And see if he's got Young Pyromancer again for the 3rd game in a row. A 2nd turn Young Pyromancer. Yes, he does. Ugh. All right. Exquisite Blood will be okay. Best card actually would be a Rhox Faithmender to draw into. Traveler's Amulet will allow me to actually go get the white that I do need for the Terminus. And hopefully he does begin to overextend. And again, I can't cast anything this turn, but next turn we do have Trading Post, and then we can begin to activate the Trading Post. So if I can survive 2 turns, I'm hoping he does play like a Goblin Electromancer and a Gutter Snipe. There is a Serra Avenger that I can, but it's just going to get Searing Spirit, you gotta think, right? But that saves me 3 life. Or is a Trading Post just better? I think a Trading Post is. And we can start discarding stuff. Is he playing some counter magic here? I think he might be. It might be a Counterflux that's coming through, or a Syncopate. A Syncopate. All right. So here comes this Goblin Electromancer. He's going to get more value out of the Terminus if he doesn't have another Syncopate up. And I'm down to an 8, though, is the scary part. And it might just be 2, 3. I might just be dead here if this actually does get countered. If not, I might be okay. I might be able to come back from this. I can throw a Trading Post. Oh, wait, sweet. And I'm dead to burn, 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 though. Nothing. Okay, so Trading Post, it's definitely going to be a Trading Post. And I think I do have to keep up the mana. So I would like to throw out this Serra Avenger, but I think I am going to have to keep up the mana. And we'll chuck the other Trading Post, or maybe even chuck this Sever the Bloodline. Burn. Okay. And now we have to play a very, very specific when to discard, gain 4 life. And if he's got 2 burn spells in his hand, then yeah. And do I go for it's the thing? Do I? Well, if he has it, he has it. If he's got a Searing Spear, I can't do anything in response here. Let's see, do I just wait it out until he plays it? What else could I do here? Could I Trading Post again next turn? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So I'm going to Trading Post again and then activate my Trading Post. So we're going to discard a card. There we go. And now I'm actually wishing I would have tapped my lands right. All right, so we're in good shape. Might get Searing Spirit here. See if that's the case. I have to start going for it, though. Sweet. It does not happen. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now it's going to be Angelic Accord. And we have double activations. So Serra Avenger isn't necessary now. His Staticaster isn't necessary either. And he does even allow me to... see if he's got the Skull Crack. He does not. All right, we will sack that. So again, he could like Pillar, or Searing Spear, and then is it Staticaster it? At this point, we are just going to sever the Bloodline. Maybe no, I'm not even worried about those. So definitely not an issue. Now, does he have anything to do? 2 damage is the thing. So I think that the... Jeez, I kind of just want to... Do you know what? I'm just going to sever these. Get him out of there before any sort of shenanigans happens to the Angel. I think it's worth it at this point. Because I think in response what he was going to do is, yeah, he's definitely going to burn down this Angel with a turn and burn here. And he was going to try to do it in response to the Scroll of Avacyn. He's going to double Electrickery it, huh? That's pretty much game. He is definitely out of answers. He's going to be up to 3 cards. Yeah, he had to spend so much on that. All right, sweet. So I don't see him coming back from this. With 2 cards now in his hand, and plenty of dead lands that he can draw into. No, we won't Miracle Terminus. What we will do is throw out this Serra Avenger. And throw out the Scroll of Avacyn. And sacrifice it. And again, he can kill the Serra Avenger in response. You can Skullcrack. And I'm going to discard a card and gain 4 life in response. That's fine. Searing Spear is definitely okay. It's still going to allow me to be fine. And I still get to draw a card from this too. So there's a Traveler's Amulet. That's actually good discard fodder. Alright, so 8 life. He's down to no cards in hand, and I get another 4/4. Exquisite Blood is going to come out next turn. And that should be a wrap. I do not see him coming back from this. We're going to chuck out this Exquisite Blood. Tack in. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's absolutely nothing this deck can do to come back. So, good game. I don't know what he put way too many like Electrickeries and stuff. He should have stayed with the original strategy. Oh, well, there's that. There's an Aetherlize that can come in. But again, this just hurt. I think this just hurt his deck. When he went pure burn that first match, I think or that first game, I think that was what worked the best. So, but I get to discard a card here and gain 4 life. And then again, the Serra Avenger the same thing can happen on the following turn. I'm up to 16. He's a burn deck up to 16. And eventually he's going to top into that 6 land and just will be the end of him. Alrighty, so there we go. So we go 2-2, not too shabby with the Angelic Accord deck. I hope you liked this deck. It was very fun to play. I don't know how competitive it is, but we'll talk more about it in the wrap-up. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.